Hi there, it's Grandma and it's story time. And today I have a story it takes place on a farm with some animals and also a hampire. It's a rhyming book. On the farm, the critters knew at night while they were sleeping, past barn and pens, past lambs and hens, a hampire went out creeping. Some nights they'd glimpse his red-stained fangs. Each morning they would find, sprinkled on the grassy lawn, red droplets left behind. So while the moon shone in the sky, they kept well out of sight. When Hampire roamed, they all stayed home until one fateful night. A restless duck tossed in his bed. It's hopeless, he was mumbling. I've counted sheep but cannot sleep because my tummy's rumbling. Poor duck rolled left and then rolled right. He sat up with a quack. It's risky, yes, but I confess I need a midnight snack. Just then the hampire left his pen in quite an awful mood. His belly growled. I need, he howled, to sink my fangs in food. Duck scurried to the kitchen where he fixed a plate for nibbling, some jelly rolls and ice cream bowls with chocolate syrup dribbling. Outside, the hampire sniffed the air. His snout turned to and fro. His fangs were bared, his nostrils flared. He'd sniffed out where to go. So as Duck walked across the farm, a shadow grim and dire crept near tiptoe. Duck screeched, oh no! Here comes the fierce hampire. Duck stumbled to Red Chicken's coop and roused Red from her slumber. Inside, Duck cried, the hampire! Hide! As outside footsteps lumbered. The hampire's fearsome face loomed near. He'd climbed up on the stoop. They took one look. Red squawked, Duck shook. Then both fowls flew the coop. As Duck raced Red to Pony's stall, they heard the hampire screaming, I'm starved, of course. I'd eat a horse. His pointy fangs were gleaming. Across the stable, Pony glimpsed the hampire's sniffing snout. What now? Asked Duck. We're out of luck. It's time to chicken out. Pony gasped. We've got to run. The birds climbed on her back. Red sat stone-faced as Pony raced, and Duck clung to his snacks. The hampire's on our tail, Duck cried. Our goose is cooked indeed. The trio shrieked, and when Duck peeked, the swine was gaining speed. "Which way?" Pony asked. "Over there. I have a plan," said Red as Hampire roared. They reared toward the old abandoned shed. "Come here," the vampire bellowed. "Please, I'm hungry for a feast." But just before he reached the door, they slammed it on the beast. The Hampire pounded on the shed. The wood began to shatter. The floorboards creaked. The hinges squeaked. The shutters clanged and clattered. "We're sitting ducks," poor Duck announced. The shed had no back door. Filled with dread, he hid his head. His snacks fell to the floor. And all at once the door was gone. It fell down with a bang. The Hampire frowned and looked around, then charged the fearful gang. The critters braced for Hampire's fangs. They squeezed their eyelids tight. They heard the beast began to feast, but no one felt a bite. Soon Duck peeked through his wings to see how Hampire filled his belly with bowls and bowls of jelly rolls, his fangs all stained with jelly. "He isn't eating us," cried Duck. "Of course, I'm no barbarian," replied the Swine, "and when I dine, I'm always vegetarian." The critters stared in disbelief. The Duck was first to crack. "A thrill indeed, but now I need another midnight snack." They stormed the kitchen once again. They gathered round the fire. As the host, Duck made a toast to our new friend, Hampire. The end. Well, that was kind of a surprise at the end, wasn't it? All right, hope you enjoyed the story. Grandma loves you.